Our parents worried about kids. And see, I've got a generation now who don't worry too much about kids because they're into the animal rights stuff. They're worrying about birds and bugs. This is the generation that set aside 2 million acres in the Pacific Northwest for the spotted owl. Are you happy about that? Well, brace yourself. 2 million acres for an owl. A bird. It's a bird. It's a damn bird. It's a bird. And they tell you so, oh, they'll be on the Larry King show. Just on the verge of tears. Oh, Larry. There's just not very many of those owls left. And I'm like, so? When's the last time you walked into a pet shop and said, damn, you're out of owls? It's a bird. Here's what finally sent me over the top with these people. 3 years ago in California, Southern California, Los Angeles area, they stopped the construction of a new highway project. Now get this, $180 million was total cost, like a highway spur. This big area here is congested, the highway spur is going to relieve traffic this way. Got 1/3 completed, that's $60 million of our money they spent, tax dollars, and abandoned the project when they realized that this new highway was going directly into the nesting area of the endangered, long-tailed kangaroo rat. A rat. A damn rat. I don't care what they call it, picture it in your mind, it's a rodent. Every generation until this one for 400 years would see a rat go, there's a rat, kill it. These buffoons were jumping up and down going, stop the highway, there's a rat in the road. It's a damn rat. They tell us that this rat needs 2,000 acres. So it'll have room to mate. And you think I'm going to act like and just pretend that I'm some kind of pseudo-intellectual and like, oh yeah, let me tell you something. No. As a layman, a very simple-minded layman, here's what I know. When it comes to the human species, 2 full-size adults can mate in the back seat of a Honda Civic. Now, in case you all haven't noticed this so far, I'll point it out to you. I don't do any sexual or political humor, and I'll tell you why. I keep getting the two confused. Really, I was on this television show in New York some weeks ago, and they asked me, they said, what do you think about the Middle East position? Don't be getting ahead of me on this. I said, well, heck, I enjoyed it. But it hurt my wife's back. Do you ever think about what dumb things people say? Now, I don't mean dumb things that dumb people say. They're supposed to. Really, it's kind of like their job. I'm talking about the dumb things that intelligent, cultured, sophisticated people, like me and you.
Y'all sitting there saying, us maybe. You know this television show, Knight Rider? The next time you're watching that show and there's other people in the room, somebody in the room, usually a college graduate, somebody will say, I bet you that's somebody else doing that voice. You feel like saying, boy, that education's paid off for you. But we don't, though. We say, oh, it probably is. Probably like it's open for debate. You know. And remember when you was a little kid, how somebody that you loved a lot would say things out of ignorance that would embarrass you sometime? My mother would do that. Somebody remember back in high school when you had to diagram sentences? My mother was at a PTA meeting. She asked my teacher, she said, how's Junior doing? That was me. Teacher said, well, he's doing pretty good, but he's having trouble with his dangling participle. True story, my mother says, well, he can't have it. It's been that way since he was 3 years old. What happened was he got it caught in the spokes of his tricycle. Oh, it was off, went right over the handlebars. He just laid out there and hollered and hollered. See, when you're a small child, the adult language doesn't make any sense. My mother would come out on the porch and she'd say, if you fall out of that tree and break your leg, I'm going to whip your butt. And I'm thinking, what a cool woman. And as you hear these Democrats and Republicans debate both sides of everything, and your minister even, or your governor and mayor and all like this, trying to figure out how come the kids are out of control and they used to be that way and what can we do? Here's what happened. I'm going to act it out for you. Let's go back to a time when I was 13, or you, even as young as you are. Say I was 13. And I get up in the morning, walking down in the kitchen area. My father, we were sitting at the breakfast table, my fat-ass father, in his boxer shorts. He'd be burping or belching. There'd be so much cigar smoke in there you couldn't see, like fog. There's so much cigar smoke. On my father's breakfast plate in front of him would be a small fried pig. Pork, damn it, pork, fried pork. That's what's wrong with this country now. We've got a whole generation of Americans who have never heard the expression, sop it up. So you have that greasy breakfast, a lot of bread, white bread. You hear me? Damn white bread. Manly white bread. White bread. None of that modern day, all natural, multi-grain, dark brown, looks like a wad of dog bread. No. He had white bread and butter, real damn butter. His daddy ate butter, his granddaddy ate butter, and by God, he ate butter. None of this, I can't believe it's not butter. And guess what they got for some of you young guys now? You young guys, those of you who go over to Applebee's or TGIF Fridays and pay $7.95 for their stir fry. You know what stir fry is? Cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli. Same shit my daddy used to give to the hogs. They steam it in olive oil, charge you $8 damn. Not only are you a wuss, you're a dumbass. Guess what they got for you guys now? Not only do they have, I can't believe it's not butter, they got, I can't believe it's not butter spray. Have you seen their commercial? They got butter spray now. Squirt. I'm going to tell y'all something. You can tell the world that I said so. If I ever see a young guy squirting butter, squirt, I'm going to ask him out on a date. I think he'll go. I think I'll enjoy it. Eat like a woman, act like a woman. And my daddy would be eating a jar of jelly, a whole jar of jelly. None of this modern day $7 a pint, all natural fruit spread. My daddy had sugary, teeth rotting damn jelly. 49 cents a gallon. But anyway, here's the point. When he would catch a glimpse of me out of the corner of his eye, coming out of the bedroom, my daddy would start talking to me without even looking up from the plate. He said, boy, don't you even look in the kitchen because you're not going to eat this morning. You should have got your butt out of bed when your mother started calling you an hour ago. Now, why don't you grab those school books and get out by the highway and wait on the bus? Because if you miss school one more time, you ain't going to live to be 13. I believed him. My eyes went to school, unarmed. Now we'll fast forward. Here's how the scene is played every morning in America now. Young kid gets up, walks into the kitchen. There stands his dad, a modern dad, sensitive male. His dad is standing there in his ponytail and earring. Not only is there no boxer shorts, there's not even any Fruit of the Looms anymore. The young guys now, they wear not much more than a thong. It's like a little thong. It's little panties, little satin panties. Just like, oh, different colors, you know, green, gold, yellow. There's no opening. There's no opening. That's what's really wrong with America. The whole country now squats to pee. The main thing is, folks, everybody, the whole country needs to lighten up a little bit. Let's not ever lose our sense of humor. People should laugh every day. It's good for you. And remember, all this news stuff you see, most of that's not news. Remember, in Walter Cronkite's day, and that's been a few years ago, you'd never hear him lead a broadcast talking about John Wayne Boffitt. That would have never made his whole... By the way, that stupid son of a... He's doing the talk shows again. He wants to remarry Lorena. You be keeping up with that? There's a man glutton for punishment. Of course, that whole thing was amazing. They sewed that booger back up. And they found it in the bushes. You imagine some guy just out jogging that day? I believe I'd have kept it. I'd have made me a keychain out of that. I got crazy kinfolks. Y'all have crazy kinfolks? I mean, we love them, but, you know, I got one now. Had lunch with him 3 days ago. He's bragging, always bragging about something. He's bragging about a brand new 6-quart crock pot. And he don't have it yet because he's got it on layaway. And he tells me, he acts like it's the greatest thing in the world. He asked me, he said, do you have a crock pot? I said, no, I don't have a crock pot. You ought to get one. I said, I don't need one. He said, here's what you can do with a crock pot. You can put a raw chicken in a crock pot early in the morning, turn it on low, and when you come home from work that evening, it'll be ready to eat. Ain't that something? And I said, that's good, but you don't work. Like, you're home all day, you know. The reason he's home all the time is because he's never had a full-time job, because I don't think he knows how to fill out a job application. Where it says nearest relative, he'll put 12 miles. In case of emergency call, he write in like 911. Just crazy, crazy people. But it's good to be here. By the way, I got here about an hour ago, and I saw some of y'all outside. They had food here today, but outside the studio. It was wonderful, wonderful food. As you can tell, I love food. I tried every diet that don't work. A diet that I hated the most. A few years ago, they had this diet called the Stillman water diet. The Stillman water diet. You had to drink 18 glasses of water every 24 hours. I lost 2 pounds in one day. My bladder fell out. You know? But I love good food. Have you noticed that young people today don't know how to eat real good? Young folks, they get politically correct on what they eat. I work and travel with other comedians. Some of these guys, bless their heart, these are weird guys. I mean, they're 25, 30 years old. We always stay at the same hotel. They'll call my hotel room and they'll go, we're going out running. You want to go? And I'm like, do what? We go run. You going? I'm like, no. But if you happen to cross a Krispy Kreme, you can bring me something back, you know. And I hate to go out to eat with them, especially, I love to go to the truck stops. And this is a true story that happened in Nashville just about, a year ago. They had me working with a 25-year-old comedian. We went to a truck stop, not a 4-star Mediterranean restaurant. This is a truck stop. We sat down, 2 comedians surrounded by truckers. Waitress comes over, big woman, not a lot of teeth. All this young guy wanted was a salad. Nothing wrong with that. But he asked this truck stop waitress, did she know whether or not any of those salad ingredients had ever been exposed to any type of pesticides? She said, well, we spray for roaches every now and then. I don't think none got on the lettuce. A few minutes later, she put the food in front of him. He looked at it. I didn't know it come with cheese on it. I can't eat that. I'm lactose intolerant. She said, honey, that's not lactose cheese. That's cheddar cheese. You see, I wouldn't make fun of these guys if they would leave the rest of us alone. But the ones I just described to you, they have the audacity to make fun of my food. They will point at my food and they'll go, do you know what that greasy food's going to do to you? I'm like, yeah, fill me up. I have to eat that way. I need to maintain my strength because I'm usually one of the pallbearers when my healthy friends drop dead working out. I love what they don't love. I love chicken fried steak, extra gravy, mashed potatoes, extra gravy. I was a grown man before I realized that gravy was not a beverage. Cornbread and a lot of butter. When I say butter, I eat real butter. You young folks, get yourself some real butter. Stay away from that phony stuff. You see it all the time. Heart healthy and smart balance and the popular one, I can't believe it's not butter. Well, hell, I can. They also have, I can't believe it's not butter spray. Like, pss, pss. It's a butter mist. Pss, pss, pss. Trust me on this. If your daughter marries a guy who sprays his butter, there ain't gonna be no grandkids. I enjoy talking to you. Thank you very much.
This right here, folks, is the day that I learned the reality of how dangerous a plane can be. I learned this in the Bahamas. They have the planes that just go island to island, very short trip, like a 20-minute trip. And they actually look like crop dusters more than anything. They got one propeller. They only seat about 8 people, 10 at the most. And they have to know the weight of everything that goes on board the aircraft before the plane can take off. And I had never been through that before. And the guy coming to me with a clipboard in his hand, he said, sir, how much do you weigh? I said, why do you need to know? He said, so we'll know how much fuel to put in. I said, fill it up. I'll buy, fill it up. I weigh 600 damn pounds, fill it up. Well, you had to die in a plane crash because some fat woman lied about her weight. And hell, they'll do it too. Like, well, I just soon be dead. Just tell him how much I weigh. You know. When you and I You know, dear. It's a changing world we're living in. Now, oftentimes these days, we don't even know our neighbor. We certainly don't know the couple 2 miles down the highway. We've now got strange people living in our communities. Damn strange. Like vegetarians. Trust me, those buffoons are out there. And you can't spot them. Hell, they look just like me and you. And you have to rent to them. It's the law. Vegetarians can live anywhere they want to. Just like regular Americans. These are now your neighbors. So now when you have a death in the family, it's these health conscious people. And God bless them, they don't mean any harm, they just don't know any different. They're the ones that will show up at your front door in your time of grief with fruit. Well, hell, I'd just soon not lose a cousin. I just don't understand vegetarians. I could be driving down the highway and see a cow in a pasture. I'll get it. But I have never, not once in my life, and neither have any of you, not once, ever heard a vegetarian go, I smell squash. This right here, folks, is the day that I learned the reality of how dangerous a plane can be. I learned this in the Bahamas. They have the planes that just go island to island, very short trip, like a 20-minute trip.
And they actually look like crop dusters more than anything. And they got one propeller. They only seat about 8 people, 10 at the most. And they have to know the weight of everything that goes on board the aircraft before the plane can take off. And I had never been through that before. And a guy coming to me with a clipboard in his hand, he said, "Sir, how much do you weigh?" I said, "Why do you need to know?" He said, "So we'll know how much fuel to put in." I said, "Fill it up." I'll buy, fill it up. I weigh 600 damn pounds, fill it up. Well, you hate to die in a plane crash because some fat woman lied about her weight. And hell, they'll do it too. Like, well, I'd just soon be dead. Just tell him how much I weigh. You know? It was only 12 years ago that they officially categorized obesity as a disease. It's official. Obesity is a disease. Fat people can't help it. It's just like polio. Maybe someday they'll find a cure. Nobody in this room really believes that obesity is a disease. I mean, come on. Where do you folks think I caught this? Got too close to a fat person. They sneezed, now I got it. And real big people are always short-winded. And they should be. See, I'm short-winded. I'm probably more short-winded than anybody in here tonight. What do you weigh right here? What do you weigh? What do you weigh? 150. You're saying 150? A grown man. Are you? Are you sick? You know that. What's your name? What's your first name? Huh? R-O-D. Rod. R-O-D. Are you retired or working? You're working. What kind of work you do? I know there's no heavy lifting. I know that. But what kind of work you do? A surgeon. A surgeon. Are you a doctor? Well, I bet here's a good line you can use with your fat patients. Have you tried this, Rod? Try this. Look, you need to tell them. Matter of fact, they'll get a kick out of it. Say, look, honey, let me put it this way. You need to lose what I weigh. And, see what I'm saying? That's right. And look, and don't misunderstand that. If you listen carefully, I never make fun of anyone for being overweight. That's part of my heritage. My whole family can carry their own shade with them. I work more days per year than any other comedian. And that includes the comedians who are household names and those you've never heard of. This year, as an example, there's been, I think about 100 days in this year so far. And I've worked 89 of those.
James Gregory appeals to everybody. I've never seen anybody who didn't enjoy his show.
He's extremely funny, one of the funniest men. He's billed as the funniest man in America.
See, there are certain things it takes to be a headliner. You can either go on Carson one time and you're automatically a headliner. You be on Letterman one time, you're automatically a headliner. You can, and believe this or not, this is unbelievable to you. You can have a bit part in any movie where you had one scene, and you'll be a headliner automatically, you know. Now, since I had none of that, I had to earn the headline spot. And the way I did that was always being funnier than anybody else on the show. I would say that 90% of all my material is based on something that really happened, or it's very close to something that really happened that gave me an idea. Most of my comedy is based on everyday occurrences that average people can relate to. And I do think that's one reason that I've been as successful as I have.
Your humor plays right into that, talking about one of the great American pastimes, and that is family and friends just hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
And
we don't have enough of that anymore, I don't think.
Socializing.
Yeah.
Fellowship.
Yeah.
Eating.
I mean, you don't have to be real old. You can be in your 20s or early 30s, and you're still old enough to remember when people could actually sit around and talk without a cell phone glued to the ear.
And it's very hard
cell
to
phones
tell.
are kind of new in society, basically about a decade, really.
Yeah.
This,
well, it dawned on me. I was talking with a friend of mine this past weekend, and we were headed outdoors to go hang out, and he was talking about something happened sometime, and he was just in college, and he's in his early 40s. Right. And he said, and they had to try to find me. They just called the phone of a friend where I was over at his house because we didn't have cell phones. And I thought, wow.
Yeah,
that's odd.
They're new, So so I don't tolerate that much. In other words, like you see them in the restaurants. Mm-hmm. People go out as a family to eat. There's 5 members of a family sitting there, 4 of them on the cell phone talking during dinner. You see people eating with one hand, talking with the other, and I'm thinking, what phone call could be that important? What's really that important?
Right. Yeah. And that mamas had changed because my mama wouldn't tolerate a hat.
Oh,
a hat.
Oh, not us either.
Singing. I don't know where that one came from. I said, now who declared we can't sing? In some reason, there was some rule. Did you have that in your family?
Oh, yeah. No, you don't sing at the table.
You don't sing?
Well, you go to the table to eat and you talk.
Because you have to open your mouth.
I can remember being at the supper table and the phone ringing. Of course, you don't have to get up to answer it. My dad wouldn't let us.
Yeah, we do that now.
Yeah.
What do you do? What would he do?
Just give us that look. Remember, there's no voicemail then, no answer machines. Yeah.
No caller ID.
Yeah, hell, they'll call back. And now you see people. But really, that's what
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? But you know what?
And that's the way I still am. Like my cell phone's in the car. I never take my cell phone. I don't take my cell phone in buildings.
I text one time in front of James.
I would never take my
bad. Yeah.
Texting. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, he threw it right in the potatoes.
I have a very cool, hard stance on texting.
Right.
Every time I read in the paper, hear on the news where these single car accidents, where they were texting,
ran
off the road, hit a tree, and died. I'm so glad they're dead.
James!
I am.
James Gregory!
Can I say we're off to a blistering pace today?
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
You're saying only single car accidents.
Because sometimes, you cross the median to hit an innocent person.
Yeah, and you're not for that.
No, but see, I'll tell you why I'm glad they're gone. They're out of my way, for one thing. Number 2 is, if these idiots who text and drive,
I don't know why anybody would do that.
If they do that on a regular basis, tomorrow they could cross the line and hit my sister.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they could cross the line and hit my nephew and niece or the people I love.
I agree.
So if they go ahead and die today, I'm okay with that.
But that's the reason why I've never understood why we're having to have a law about people texting and driving. How can there be people that think they should text and drive?
Well, they're just idiots. See, that's one thing you can't legislate.
tell you something. If you have not said this already, you will in a few years, but you heard your parents or your grandparents say it. And that is, they'll say, I don't think I'll ever be as happy again as I was as a small child. That was true yesterday, today, that'll be true forever. Small children will always be happier than adults because small children haven't learned yet that they're supposed to worry about their appearance, what they look like. That all becomes important when you approach your teens and you want to start going out with people. And when you look like I do, you end up dating some of the ugliest creatures, don't you? But I'm going to tell you fellas something, once you get used to it, it ain't all that bad. I remember the first girl I went with in high school. I'm not going to say she was a dog, but when I met her, she was 15 years old. Now that'd be 105 to me and you.
This is going to remind you of somebody you know. If they're no longer with you, it'll bring back good memories to you. Maybe your favorite aunt, your grandmother. You're the ones that you saw. Well, if you didn't see them on Sunday, you'd see them on special occasions. You know, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, somebody's birthday. The big, wide, fat, overweight relative. The one we love so much. Get up from the supper table. First of all, though, everybody else is already up from the table. They're in the living room. She's still in the kitchen. And she would just yell to the next room. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just going to get a biscuit and sop this up. And then she'd come into the living room and flop down in the nearest chair, the first chair she came to. And to a little kid, it always looked like it was in slow motion. Because we always thought for sure the chair was going to break. She'd come in, she'd be like, oh, Lord. I ate more than I planned to. I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to go on some kind of a diet. Well, no, I can't tomorrow. We're going to Cracker Barrel tomorrow. I don't know why meatloaf lays on my chest. Seems like it's right there. It won't go no further. Oh. Oh, I wish Nana brought my gas pills. I didn't know you put onions in your meatloaf. Lord knows I can't eat cooked onions. Oh. You, I could have a hiatal hernia. If I knew my insurance would pay for it, I'd get me an MRI. Because sometimes the x-ray don't show everything on fat people.
If y'all would wait a few minutes, I'd help with those dishes. I just feel so lightheaded. I bet you my blood pressure's up. I had no business eating all that salt. Oh. But I'd just soon not have meatloaf. I can't put salt on it. Oh. I tried some of that no salt, but it just didn't taste like salt. That's probably why they call it no salt. Whew. Is it hot in here or is it just me? I swear I'm soaking wet. I hope it ain't my bladder. Oh, I'm stuck to the chair. If you go into the kitchen, cut me a piece of that cake. Just a little piece. I've cut way back on my sugar. I need to get up and walk around. I would if my feet weren't swollen. I don't know what causes that. I might be allergic to something. I hope it ain't bread. I don't believe I can eat that bread. Oh, I hope I feel better before supper. I'm good in mind to change doctors. The one I'm going to now ain't doing me no good. Of course, his scales just go to 300. So really, he don't know whether I lost weight or not. Don't throw that cornbread out. I'll take that home with me. Because Lord knows I don't feel like cooking. You know, gravy runs right through me. Good night, God bless you. Thank you very much. Good shot. Thank you very much. And hell, they just wait on it. Because I tell you what, folks, at least in this part of the country, the Midwest, the Southeast, see, we have to deal with the very worst Mother Nature can throw at the human race. See, on the West Coast, California, they don't have tornadoes, and they don't have hurricanes. That's just on this coast. Tornadoes occur in the Midwest, the Southeast. New England, like Vermont, Rhode Island, they don't have tornadoes. You've heard the expression, it's biblical, and your mother has said it. You've heard it. God never gives us more, or puts more on us than we can handle. That's how come he sends that stuff to us. He would never send a tornado to damn California. Hell, then you couldn't deal with it. That's why all they get out there is what I call silly weather, limp-wristed weather. Like mud's like mud, mud, it's damn mud. Where else in America would mud be a natural disaster? Down here, we put big wheels on something and get out and play. You said, Mama, who was that? That was Cecil. His daddy died today. Yeah, the way he tells it, and we always say that, the way he tells it, like he might be making this up. The way he tells it, his daddy had been outside cutting grass. Well, ever since they bought that riding mower, hell, he cut grass every damn day. He just got there and ride. Well, you know, they bought him that riding mower last summer after he cut off 3 toes on his right foot. That was him being damn bullheaded. You know the mower where it says keep hands and feet away from blade? He said, it's my damn mower. They can't tell me what to do. Well, anyway, listen. So Cecil and the other kids went in together, and they bought him this riding mower. I told them when they bought that mower, I said, look, that man's 82 years old. He don't need no damn 12 horsepower. But they wouldn't listen. Sears had that damn sale going on. Nothing down, no payments till April. They said, we'll just add that to what we already owe. Well, you know, listen, you know, when he turned 80, they took away his weed eater. He was chasing bumblebees with it. Well, you know, he wore those real thick bifocals, remember that? He wore bifocals. So when he would look up like that right there, look up, that bumblebee like a buzzard to him. And then, of course, when he would look down like that right there, look down, he was so proud. Trouble was, his wife didn't wear bifocals. Well, anyway, they get this big mower, and sure enough, he was riding that damn mower to the mall. Had a handicap sticker. We know he had that bad foot and everything. Cutting through people's yards. Everybody had one mowed strip. And they were pissed. Well, anyway, he had no business cutting grass today. It was 98 degrees out there, and Cecil said, Daddy, you ought not cut grass today. You just cut it yesterday. He said, I know, but it might be raining tomorrow. Bless his heart, he thought cutting grass was just like a bowel movement. You ought to do it every day. Matter of fact, that's what he do, get up every morning and shit that mower. little survey I've been taking off and on now. I'm in my 5th year. I want you to simply raise your hand if you were born, raised, and spent most of your life in the state of Idaho. See? I've asked that question all over America and Miami. And you think about it, you've never gone to school with, worked with, lived near, or bumped into anyone from Idaho. So I'm figuring, heck, maybe ain't nobody out there. If any place needs tourists, it's Idaho. So what do? They spend $20 million promoting themselves as the potato state. Lord knows, that'd sure as heck make us all want to rush right on out there. Yeah. Where are you going on vacation this year? Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, I think I'll take the wife and kids out to Idaho. Let them look at some taters. The kids, they got that new Polaroid. We'll get there and take some pictures of some home fries, crinkle cuts. Just make a summer out of it, you know. Oh, my. Some evenings when you're on your way home from work, stop at a funeral home. Go in there and tell them you want 8 gallons of embalming fluid to go. You won't get it, but you know that guy won't sleep for days. He'll be like, you know. I think one reason I feel pretty good, I just had a vacation. Most people take them in the summertime. Let's say you're on vacation. You get up early one morning, get outside your motel. You go out by the pool. You stretch out on a lounge chair. All you want to do is soak up some early morning sun. And you look over there on the fence, and you'll always see a sign there that says, "No pets allowed." You know what that means? Sometime in the past, some nut has said to his wife, "Honey, let's put the pony in the pool." Well, heck, he's been cooped up in that motel room ever since we got him. Just laying there, eating Cheetos. And watching HBO. Oh, he loves HBO. Saw The Godfather this morning. It scared him to death. Go get him. Let him splash around. And hell, they just wait on it. Because I tell you what, folks, at least in this part of the country, the Midwest, the Southeast. See, we have to deal with the very worst Mother Nature can throw at the human race. See, on the West Coast, California, they don't have tornadoes, and they don't have hurricanes. That's just on this coast. Tornadoes occur in the Midwest, the Southeast. New England, like Vermont, Rhode Island, they don't have tornadoes. You've heard the expression, it's biblical, and your mother has said it. You've heard it. God never gives us more, or puts more on us than we can handle. That's how come he sends that stuff to us. He would never send a tornado to damn California. Hell, then you couldn't deal with it. That's why all they get out there is what I call silly weather, limp-wristed weather. Like mud's like mud, it's damn mud. Where else in America would mud be a natural disaster? Down here, we put big wheels on something to get out and play it. Now, some of y'all may know already, I've had this lifelong fear of air travel. I don't mind flying, say, once a year, just to catch up on my drinking and my praying. To me, there's no such thing as a safe airplane. At 30,000 feet, if something comes loose and falls off, it's pretty much over. It's not like you can go, shh. Where's that noise coming from? I'm going to pull off up here and see what that is. And they know it's not safe. That's why they overly brag about their safety features. They seem to be especially proud of their flotation seat. Every single flight, regardless of the destination, they talk about the flotation seat. Even got a video they show the passengers now, where it's located, how to use it, how to get to it, how to strap it on. That's going to save our life if they make an emergency landing in the ocean. And see, psychologically, if they know what they're doing, that makes us feel better just knowing that's on the aircraft. But then if we stop to think, I'm like, well, hell. I'm taking off in Georgia. We're going to be landing in California. There ain't no damn ocean. If you want to make me happy, show me a seat that's going to bounce out of a cornfield. And look what's been in the news in recent years. Drunk pilots. Drunk pilots. Damn. Who's going to pull them over? By the way, next time you get up there, next time you're on a plane and they come around and take your drink order, just say, I'll have whatever the pilots are having. They don't like that. So everybody's out on the front porch, and the phone would ring. And back in those days, the phone would have to ring 20 times before anybody ever bothered to pick it up. Things sure have changed in this country, haven't they? This whole country now has gone phone crazy. We're phone fanatics. We're afraid to get further than 2 feet from a phone. Gotta have that damn phone. If it rings one time, the whole house goes into a panic. Get the phone! Get the damn phone! And we got all this newfangled BS. Call forwarding so the caller can just chase us all over town. Got call waiting, got caller ID. Got to know who's on the line before we pick it up. Hell, we can't take no chances. It might be the CIA. We got speed dial, read dial, got memory dial. Got everybody programmed in there just so we can hit one button. We ain't got time no more to hit 7 buttons. No, we're in a hurry. We might miss Wheel of Fortune. Everybody got a portable phone with an antenna, so we can talk on the deck. Got to talk on the deck. We got cellular phones, car phones, voicemail, Skypage. The whole world's got a beeper. You'll see them every night up in the lobby going, "Where's your payphone? Where's your payphone? I got beeped. I'm going, damn. Take a night off. They'll call back. But here's the way it once was. Remember back, think back now. Everybody's on the front porch and your mother goes, "Shh, shh, shh. Is that the phone?" And Daddy would go, "Well, hell, something's ringing." Mom would go, "I bet you it's that phone." And Daddy would say, "It probably is." And your mother would say, "If I knew it was going to be ringing like that, I'd never had it put in." And Daddy would say, "I told you, honey, once we had it put in, it'd be ringing." And then she'd say, "Don't you start telling me what you told me." He said, "Well, I'll get it." He said, "No, honey, you worked all day. Sit right there. I'll get the phone." He said, "I don't mind getting it." She said, "Did I say you minded getting it?" He said, "Well, I don't guess it matters which one of us answers the phone." And she'd say, "Well, do you want to get it?" And finally one of them would say, "Wonder who it could be." So eventually, your mother answers the phone. And when she hung up, she would go, "Lord, have mercy." And anytime your mama said, "Lord, have mercy," only one of 2 things could have happened. Somebody died, or the neighbor's dog pissed in her azaleas.
If somebody in our community died, even if we didn't know them real well, we take food over because they were neighbors. It's a changing world now, especially in big major cities where people don't even know their neighbors anymore. We now got strange people living in our communities, real strange, like vegetarians. Trust me, those fools are out there. And you can't spot them. They look just like me and you. And you have to rent to them. It's the law. Vegetarians can live anywhere they want to now. Just like regular Americans. I know you're sitting there right now and you're probably thinking, well, so what? I'll tell you why so what. If things keep going the way it's going, eventually you go end up living right next door to a vegetarian. Then what you gonna do when you need to borrow some fat back? I just don't like vegetarians. Nobody does. You know why? Because they think they're so special. Especially when you first meet someone. That's the first thing they want you to know about themselves. Now here's something you need to know. I don't eat meat. I'm like, well, bless your heart. I'll pray for you. But I don't have time to talk about it right now. I'm on my way to Longhorn. And you know what? Now, I could be wrong about this, but I don't believe there's any such thing as a 100% vegetarian. I don't believe it. I believe they cheat. I believe they sneak around. I believe that. They're liars. There's no such thing as a total vegetarian who don't eat meat. I don't believe it. You can't convince me that one of those supposedly vegetarians, male or female, has never ate a weenie. Think about that. Y'all got real quiet. What kind of weenie you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about a hot dog.